Students in the region's largest school district will go back to class in a few weeks, despite the fact the district's in the red zone for the spread of COVID-19. Good evening, I'm Josh Smith.
I'm Sarah Dime, and Sullivan County's Board of Education voted tonight for students to return to class a few days a week, spending the remaining days learning at home.
Ainsley Daniel found out what led to that vote earlier tonight.
Josh and Sarah, it was a long meeting for school board officials and a meeting that had been postponed twice to decide when and how students could go back to classes. This meeting stopping and starting several times due to technology issues, using this meeting as an example to bring students back to class. Inaudible conversations and interrupted video, just some of the problems that plagued the Friday night called meeting.
You only have to look at this meeting that we're having now to see how much difficulty they are with technology.
Some on the board determined to return students to the classroom.
The grocery stores are open, the Walmarts are open, the restaurants are open. It's hard to sit back and say that the education of our kids is not as important as us going out to eat.
The board split, voting 4-3 to go back to school on a hybrid schedule starting August 24th. Half the county students would be in person Monday and Tuesday, the other half on Thursday and Friday, and be virtual the other days. Everyone would go virtually on Wednesdays.
I'm good with the face-to-face. I personally like the hybrid, but I don't see how we can ask our teachers to do this in a week.
Earlier this summer, the board voted to use a popular color-coded model, which factors COVID-19 numbers and the rate of community spread. According to that model, Sullivan County is deep in the red zone, meaning students would need to learn remotely.
If there is severe community spread of COVID-19, then schools should prepare to operate in a remote environment. And yet we're voting today on reopening schools despite what we said then.
County Health Department Director Gary Mays said that's the only data officials had to go off of.
There weren't any models to go by, if you will. So this is our approach that we thought would be the safest for the teachers and the students.
The Board of Education will meet again Thursday, August 13th at 6:30 and will allow for public comment at that meeting. Whether the meeting will be held virtually or in person has not yet been decided. Josh?